Looking at the beautiful and talented Dove Cameron, it might seem like she has it all, but this former Disney star's life has been one that's been marred with tragedy. We'll tell you the tragic life story of Dove Cameron. But first, be sure you're subscribed for the latest from the taco. Let's get started. Let's start out with letting you know where you might recognize Dove Cameron from. She played both Liv and Maddie on Disney Channel's teen sitcom Liv and Maddie. Next was a film role playing Mal, the daughter of Maleficent in Descendants and Descendants 2. You might also recognize her from her role as Rube of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and you can look forward to hearing her voice Spider-Woman for the upcoming animated movie Marvel Rising: Secret Warriors. She was born as Chloe Celeste Hosterman to parents Philip Allen Hosterman and Bonnie Wallace. When she was young, she loved acting in community theater, but things at school weren't quite so happy. At school, she often felt lonely and was bullied through her entire school experience, starting when she was only in 5th grade. A group of cruel bullies once locked her in the janitor's closet. They would even call her names, spill drinks on her, and even throw razors at her while screaming that she should do harm to herself. This caused Dove so much anguish that she frequently took out her feelings on those around her, particularly her mother. She admits in retrospect that she was a monster to her mother, which she very much regrets now. During this difficult time, Dove concentrated on her dream of being successful in the entertainment industry, and this caused her to become even more passionate about being an actress. When she was 15 years old, tragedy struck. While Dove often felt at odds with her mother, she was always incredibly close with her father. In fact, he was the person who gave her the nickname Dove. When Dove was 15, her father suddenly took his own life. To say that she was devastated would be an understatement. She ended up changing her name from Chloe to Dove as a way to honor her beloved father. As if losing her father by his own hand wasn't hard enough, his family learned some shocking things after he passed away. Apparently, Philip Hosterman was gay and felt compelled to live his life in the closet. The shame and guilt ate away at him until he could no longer stand it. Although Dove regrets that her father suffered, she said that this revelation explained a lot about his personality. She claims that someday she would love to write a movie about her father, who she describes as a sensitive and fascinating man. Although Dove struggled to make friends when she was in school, that changed when she got older. She soon found herself befriended by her co-stars and fellow celebrities. Dove found herself growing closer with singer Christina Grimmie. The two even recorded a music video together for What a Girl Is. But Christina's life was soon cut tragically short when she was only 22 years old. After a concert, Christina was outside the Plaza Live signing autographs for her fans. Suddenly, a man armed with 2 guns appeared and delivered a fatal shot to Christina before taking his own life. The shooter was later identified as 27-year-old Kevin James Loibel, who had developed an unhealthy infatuation with Christina, though the two had never met. Understandably, the senseless and sudden loss of her close friend was devastating to Dove Cameron. She admitted to crying for days on end as she struggled to make sense of what happened. On social media, Dove said she felt that she was supposed to have something inspirational to say as a celebrity and a friend of Christina's, but she confessed that she found herself speechless and unable to move past the tragedy. And just a few days afterwards, a shooting occurred at an Orlando nightclub, resulting in 49 lives lost. In addition to having to lose a gay father, Dove is also an outspoken LGBT activist. Both of these tragic events happening so close to one another deeply affected Dove. Even when good things happened to Dove, she still struggled. She landed the breakout role on Liv and Maddie and wasn't sure if she could handle the pressure of being in a television role. Immediately, she began having panic attacks because of the pressure, and her thoughts frequently turned to her late father. Being in front of the camera felt suffocating, and she was overcome with anxiety. Although she considered it, Dove didn't rely on medication to help deal with her overwhelming anxiety. Instead, she talked herself down by telling herself that her role would make many kids happy. She was excited about being a good role model for younger children, and the thought helped her work through her stress. But there were external facts that also made her job difficult. Filming required a massive amount of physical energy, and the workload was often overwhelming, considering that she had to shoot everything twice. Weekends frequently filled up with work on the show, and her already struggling social life suffered. But despite her busy schedule, Dove did manage to find time for a relationship with Ryan McCartan. These two seemed like such a sweet and affectionate couple that we really hoped they would go the distance. They dated for 3 years before getting engaged, but suddenly, only 6 months after announcing their engagement, the two announced that they had split. Ryan said that Dove made the call to end things but didn't elaborate further. Dove and Ryan both made statements about the fact that they are both young and life is long, leading many to conclude that they were just too young for marriage. Regardless of whether she was the one to end things, the demise of a long relationship and the ending of an engagement is tough to deal with for anyone. And the relationship might not have been as wonderful natural as it looked from the outside. When Dove shared a photo of herself with Thomas Doherty, one miffed fan commented with the name Ryan. Dove responded stating that Ryan had been horrible to her during their relationship. Whatever happened between the two of them, we just hope that they are both happier going forward. Did you know about Dove Cameron's painful past? Will this change the way you look at her in the future? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more from the Taco.